Hey everybody, CozyAzeroth, aka Zachary Fruhling here. I had a little time to kill today, so I thought I would type in one of the type-in programs from the user's reference guide for the Texas Instruments TI-99 for a home computer, my favorite vintage computer, the computer I had when I was growing up. So at the end of the user's reference guide, I'm not going to go through the whole user's reference guide, but at the end of the user's reference guide, there are several type-in programs that collectively illustrate some of the various things you can do with TI Basic. So I decided I've already run through the Beginner's Basic Manual. I've run through the chapters 1 through 10 of the Teach Yourself Basic series on cassette tapes using an emulator, and I figured I'm going to go through these type-in programs now, one by one. I'm just going to do one today, kind of a short stream, and if you're catching this on Twitch, I'll be back with something else a little later. If you're catching this on YouTube, be sure to check out other TI-99 4A videos on my YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get into TI Basic. I'm using the Classic 99 emulator. Let's get into TI Basic. I guess I still have the blackjack and poker cartridge queued up, but let's get into TI Basic. And let's read, this is the first of the type-in programs in the user's reference guide, random color dots. This program places random color dots on random places on the screen. In addition, a random sound is generated and played when the dot is placed on the screen. The randomize statement causes a different sequence of numbers to be generated each time the program is run. The call clear statement clears the screen. Okay, so that's lines 100 through 120. Lines 130 through 150 is a for next loop. This loop assigns each color code 2 through 16 to a different character set, codes 2 through 16. Line 160 and 170, these statements generate a random musical frequency for the call sound statement. Statement 170 generates notes from the tempered 12-note scale. Okay, lines 180 through 200. These statements generate a random character in the range of 40 through 159 in a random row and column location. The color of the dot depends on the character set of the randomly chosen character. And lines 210 through 220, these statements produce the sound and place the solid color dot on the screen. Then the program loops back to generate a new sound, color dot, and location. Okay, let's type this program in. I think what's fun for me about doing this is there's a lot of really cool stuff on the TI, and not a lot of it has been documented with video or emulation or on YouTube. So I want to start capturing some of these important pieces of computer history that were always there but kind of forgotten about until they come up. So, all right, so it looks like we start with a remark. We start with line 100. 100, remark. And even though the remark statement doesn't do anything, let's type it in exactly as it's listed. Random color dots. Random color dots. Okay. Line 110 is randomize. Clumsy fingers here. And that ensures that every time we use the R&D random number generator, we get a genuinely different number every time. Line 120, call clear. It's funny, I would have cleared the screen first. Hey, Pina Colada, how you doing? We're just doing some retro programming here. We're typing in an old type-in program from one of the books that came with the Texas Instruments TI-99 for a home computer. It's a very simple program, random color dots, and I just ran through it. I don't know if you saw the description a moment ago, but I'll leave it on the screen for just a second for you. Yeah, Lurk, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I thought you said you're feeling crappy. I looked at it too closely. You're stuck in a crappy hotel Wi-Fi. You'll be around. I looked at it and thought you said you were feeling crappy. No. Yeah. Lurk away. I'm just going to be typing this in for a while. This is going to be kind of a short stream. I want to break these up into one short stream, one short video at a time, so I can make these a little modular. But I'll be off and on as well. So yeah, feel free to hang out and just lurk. So line 130 begins our for next loop. 130 for, I want to go slowly and carefully here. C equals 2 to 16. Okay, these are going to be our color codes for our color dots. Okay, line 140, call color. So it looks like C, C, C. Okay, that's the character group, foreground, background color. So basically color squares, I believe, is what we're going to get. I haven't typed this in since I was a little kid, so 150, next C. This sends us back to the beginning of the for next loop. So loop from until C runs through all the values from 2 to 16. Okay. 160. Okay, here's where we're going to generate our random musical frequencies. So let's go carefully here. So this is a little technical. 160. That's n equals int, that's integer, of 24 times r and d plus 1. Okay. I think I got that right. Let's double check. N equals int 24 times r and d plus 1. Yep, got it. Okay, line 170. We'll have to go really carefully here. Y equals 110 times, and parentheses 2 to the power of (1 divided by 12), parentheses 1 divided by 12, looks like in parentheses, yep, in parenthesis, and then all to the power of n. Okay, that looks right, I believe. If we get any weird behavior, we'll check that. So let's take a look. Y equals 110 times, in parentheses, 2 to the power of 1 divided by 12, parenthesis, all to the power of n. Yep, got it. Okay, 180. Okay, here we're defining random character. Character equals int, or char, equals integer 120 times r and d. I think it said plus 40. Yep. Plus 40. Oops. Typo. There we go. 190. Okay, row equals, we're going to generate the random row position. Integer 24 times r and d. It was plus 1. Let's double check though. Plus 1, yep. So 24 rows. Line 200. I do the column, so COL equals int. This is 32 columns of memory serves. Yep, 32 times r and d plus 1. Okay, we're getting to the end. This is a short little program. Okay, line 210. And again, if you're watching this live, hello Pina Colada once again. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to stop and start the stream. I'm going to finish this up, run the program, give it a good demo, run it a couple times, then end the stream, come back, maybe do a second one of these, because these first couple of these type-in programs are really short. So, but I want to chop up the videos into separate videos. So, if I end the stream, come back, because I might still be streaming. Okay, so 210, call sound is what generates the sound. Call sound. What's unique about TI Basic are these call statements. They were built-in subroutines programmed into TI Basic that you could call as needed, and simplify a lot of things that some other versions of Basic you had to do manually with, if they were possible at all. So one of my favorite features of TI Basic. Okay, so call sound, -500. Oops. Sorry about that, typo. Y, comma 2. Okay, 220. Call HCHAR. So this generates a horizontal row of characters. I think we're only going to do one repetition. So the way this call HCR statement worked, you had row, column, character, and then the number of repetitions. And if you didn't have a number of repetitions, it just gives you a single character on the screen. And you had to choose between VCHAR, which gives you a line of vertical characters on the screen, or HCHAR, which gives you a line of horizontal characters. And I think, if memory serves, one of them renders faster. I want to say that HCHAR renders faster than the VCHAR for some deep reason I don't understand about the TI architecture. So I think a lot of these programs default to using HCHAR when you are just displaying a single character. Okay, so row, column, and character. So this should be clear how this works. Row number, column number, and character number. Okay, and 230 go to 160. 160. Looks pretty good. Let's double check. 100, remark random color dots. 110, randomize. That gives you a new randomization seed every time. 120, call clear. 130 for C equals 2 to 16. 140, call color C, C, C. 150, next C. That's the end of the for next loop. 160, here we're generating our musical tones, n equals int, 24 times rnd plus 1, and y equals 110 times, this is the weird, we checked this a couple times, I'm not going to check it again, but y equals 110 times 2 to the power of 1/12, all to the power of n. 180, character equals int, integer of 120 times rnd plus 40, generates a random character, random row number, random call number, don't see any typos, looks good. I want to double check this call sound. Yep, minus 500 y comma 2. Okay, that's right. And call HCHR, and then we loop back to line 160. Let's run it and see what we get. Did we do our job correctly here? It's hypnotic, like you could have a TI-99 4A screensaver. So we should get a different version every time we run this. And one thing I notice is this little blue square down here. Let's stop the program. So let's stop the program. We had a little blue square down at the bottom. We should get a new version when we run it because we have a new we have the randomized statement there. So let's run it again. And I'm actually going to let this run for a few minutes. So Pina Colada, I know this might be a little tedious. I just want to give a good representation of this type-in program, partly for documentation purposes. I've never seen a video done on this. And so I'm going to let it run for a minute. And to me, this would be a cool, like, you know, TI screensaver. You could just run and let it run. And maybe I'll just do, like, overnight, I'll just let this run one of these days and stream it all night and see what I end up with in the morning, see if it's filled up the entire screen. It should. There aren't that many possibilities. So let's clear the screen, and then let's run the program again. And let's see if we end up with a different version. So remember, we had a little blue square towards the bottom right, and we should get a totally different version this time. think that was about enough to get the gist of how that program works. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and then I think at some point I will come back and do like a screensaver version of this. Just let it run all night and see what it looks like in the morning after it's run all night. Probably the entire screen will be filled with color dots. I'm going to take a little break, and I'll be back in a little while with another video. I think I'll do the second type-in program as well. Pinicolada, thanks for tuning in, and if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel for other videos on the TI-99 4A, and check me out on Twitch at CozyAzeroth for lots of TI-99 4A content, as well as World of Warcraft content. Hope everyone's doing well. Talk to you soon.